Chinese idiom story. To secure victory by a surprise move. During the spring and autumn period, the state of Yan and the state of Qi were always quarreling and fighting, just like bitter enemies. The state of Yan had a fierce warrior named Yu Yi, who was skilled in warfare. Within 5 years, he successively captured more than 70 cities of the state of Qi. Only the city of Jimo remained, like a tough bone that couldn't be gnawed down. The state of Qi had a man named Tiandan, who was full of clever ideas and knew the ins and outs of warfare. The state of Qi had a man named Tiandan, who was full of clever ideas and knew the ins and outs of warfare. Later, when Yu Yi's army advanced, Tiandan ran off to Anping. He told his family to saw off the protruding parts on both sides of the axles of their carts, then wrap the axles in iron sheets, making the carts sturdy and solid. A few days later, Anping was also captured by the Yan army. The people of Qi, in a flurry to flee for their lives, had many of their cart axles broken in collisions, and they ended up as prisoners. Only Tiandan and his family, relying on their modified carts, managed to escape smoothly to Jimo. At that time, Yu Yi had surrounded Jimo so tightly that not even a drop of water could leak through. The magistrate of Jimo was killed in battle, and with no other options, the people unanimously chose Tiandan as their general, determined to hold Jimo and fight to the bitter end. In 279 BC, King Hao of Yan passed away, and King Hui of Yan ascended the throne. When King Hui was still the crown prince, he had not gotten along with Yu Yi and always felt uneasy about him. Moreover, he heeded the rumors spread by Tiandan, so he immediately sent Qi Ji to replace Yu Yi and recalled Yu Yi to the state of Yan. As soon as Yu Yi was removed from his post, the morale of the Yan army plummeted drastically. Tiandan, seizing the opportunity, sent people to sneak into the Yan army camp and spread nonsense. The people of Qi are most afraid of having their noses cut off. If the Yan army lines up the Qi prisoners, with their noses cut off in front of the formation, Jimo city will definitely not be able to hold out. Qi Ji, foolishly believing this, followed suit exactly. When the Qi soldiers, defending the city, saw their fellow countrymen with their noses cut off, they were furious to the point of exploding with rage. They fought even more desperately to defend the city. Tiandan played another dirty trick, having people spread rumors. The people of Qi are most afraid that the people of Yan will dig up their ancestral graves and desecrate their ancestors. The Yan people, acting on impulse, actually went to dig up the graves and burn the remains. The common people of Jimo were seething with hatred and swore to fight the Yan army to the death. Seeing that the people of Qi were filled with fighting spirit, Tiandan resorted to a stratagem to make the enemy arrogant. He cajoled the Yan army into a state of dizziness, sapping their will to fight. When night fell, the people of Qi launched their counterattack. Tiandan gathered more than 1,000 oxen in the city. He had the oxen draped in bright red garments painted with dragon patterns, tied sharp knives to their horns, and bound oil-soaked reeds to their tails. After setting the reeds on fire, he had holes dug in the city walls and drove the oxen out, with 5,000 elite soldiers following close behind. The burning tails caused the oxen to writhe in pain, driving them into a mad dash toward the Yan camp. The Yan army was thrown into utter chaos in an instant. Taking advantage of the chaos, the Qi soldiers charged into the Yan camp, slashing and hacking with their broadswords and axes. On the city walls, the people of Qi beat drums and shouted loudly. Caught completely off guard, the Yan army was utterly routed, their defeat as overwhelming as a landslide. The Qi soldiers took the opportunity to kill Qi Ji, the Yan general. With their leader dead, the Yan army, like startled birds, fled in a wild panic all the way. Tiandan led his troops in a fierce pursuit and recaptured all the more than 70 cities that had previously been occupied by the Yan army. Later, Tiandan helped King Shang ascend to the throne of Qi, restoring the state of Qi. Overjoyed, King Shang granted Tiandan the title of Lord of Anping. Originally, it referred to defeating the enemy with unexpected military tactics or tricks in warfare. Now, it also means accomplishing things with methods that people never thought of warfare.
出奇制胜